Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Moto Mengy channel. Last week I did a 3 years of motovlogging montage video because last week, March 19th, 2023 marked the 3-year anniversary of my channel being started, Moto Mengy. I started the channel back March 20th, 2020, right before the pandemic happened. So I did that montage video where I went over my past videos and old videos I've done and that kind of thing. But I thought this week I'd do more of my experience of 3 years of motovlogging video, like what I've learned in the past 3 years and what I would do the same, what I do different, that kind of thing. Talk less about, the videos I made over the 3 years and more about my experience in motovlogging. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. Pardon me. Oh yeah. Let's get rolling. We'll make this a classic motovlog, a riding and talking video, or talking while riding video, however you want to say it. I'm starting here in Bowers, PA today. That's where I ended up. I'm gonna ride around this area while I talk about this. So yeah, 3 years of motovlogging. It's been quite a ride, literally. But I've really enjoyed it. I've had a great time doing Moto Mengy for the past 3 years, running this YouTube channel of mine. So what have I learned over 3 years motovlogging on YouTube? Well, I've learned quite a number of things, really. I learned that motovlogging is not as easy as I expected it to be. And it's not that I'm saying motovlogging is hard per se, but it's not simply riding with camera on your bike and recording it and then putting the video up on YouTube straight from the camera. There's editing, there's forethought beforehand, there's doing thumbnails and text descriptions, and you can go deeper into that through Facebook, Instagram, that kind of stuff, but I pretty much just did YouTube stuff. But when I started this channel, Moto Mengy, I only started it because I bought a GoPro, and I only bought a GoPro because friends of mine kept telling me when I go on my trips across country, I used to take pictures all the time. I took lots of pictures. I never had a GoPro before 2020. And all my friends for years kept telling me I should be taking video, not pictures, because video can capture the sights better and tells a better story. And this is the modern age. Pictures are passé, get video. So I bought the GoPro originally, my Hero 8, the one on my helmet right here, to mount on the bike and just film while I'm riding. That's all I wanted to do. And then I discovered that mounting the camera on the bike just facing one direction statically, like a static mount, a little hard to capture scenery around you while you're riding if the camera's pointing one direction. So then I mounted it to my helmet. I found a way. First I had it on top of the helmet, and that was kind of neat, but I didn't really like the vantage point of it from up there. I mounted it on the side of the helmet, and that worked better. And when I was on the side of the helmet, I realized that it captured my voice too if I was talking. It sounded distant, it wasn't very clear, but it did capture my voice. So then I began thinking, well, maybe if I mount it here in front of my face, like in front of the chin with the microphone sitting right there by my chin, maybe it would capture my voice really well and I could narrate my scenic views while I'm riding cross country. So I then mounted the camera here, and lo and behold, it captured my voice very well. and that's when I got the idea of, well, maybe I could do some motovlogs, because I'd always watch motovloggers on YouTube for years before that. And that's when I got the camera mounted here and I captured my voice so well, that's when I realized, or that's when I got the idea that, hey, maybe I could create my own channel. That's what I did then. I created Moto Mengy and I started my first motovlog and I put it on YouTube, and here I am 3 years later. Found out that I actually like doing it. I like editing the videos. I liked thinking about the videos I'm going to record. I liked planning it out in my Excel spreadsheet because I love spreadsheets. I'm a spreadsheet kind of guy. I'm a spreadsheet nerd, really. It's part of being an engineer, I guess. Probably part of being autistic too, but whatever. So then I, 174 videos later in 3 years, and here I am, still motovlogging. But over the course of those 3 years, I have learned a lot. I've learned an awful lot about editing videos together. I mean, when I started, I was using some free video software to edit my videos up, and it was something very basic. I can't remember the name of it. I haven't used it. I used it for like the first few months, and then I started looking for something better, and that's when I found DaVinci Resolve, which I've used ever since. And I like DaVinci Resolve a lot. It's also free. Over the course of all that, I had to teach myself how to edit videos together, and when I got DaVinci Resolve, I had all these new capabilities, and that's when I started watching like YouTube videos and online courses and stuff of how to edit, how not to edit, that kind of stuff. And that was a learning process. In fact, to be honest, even to this day, 3 years later, I'm still learning a lot about editing videos together and techniques and styles, that kind of thing, which I've enjoyed very much. It's been great. I like learning new stuff. I always have. I like the challenge of it. But along the way, I've also learned how YouTube works too, which I never really you watch videos of YouTube, it seems pretty simple from the front end, but when you get behind the scenes of YouTube and you learn all the algorithm stuff and the intricacies of how it works and why it works and all kinds of stuff like that, there's a lot to YouTube on the back end. And you gain a whole new respect for content creators on YouTube after you've done it yourself, and that's been a learning experience. Like all the motovloggers I watched over the years before I started Moto Mengy, didn't look hard when you watch them online, but man, you start doing it and you realize what they do behind the scenes to get a video online and how they make the video, and it really begins to, you get a new respect and a new opinion of YouTube content creators. And I think lots of people don't quite get just what's involved in running a YouTube channel or putting videos online. That's okay, because you don't have to, but you do learn that certain videos do badly, certain videos do better than others. I haven't cared so much. I'm kind of just doing what I want to do on Moto Mengy, but if I wanted to go full-time YouTube and make a career of it and make a living wage off it, you really kind of gotta buckle down and do what works and what avoid what doesn't work. Like for example, review videos for motovloggers do very well on YouTube because reviews are what they call green content, where if someone ever wants to look at like someone's test ride of a certain kind of bike, even years later, they'll type like Indian Challenger into YouTube, and all these Indian Challenger review videos come up. And lots of people use YouTube as sources of information for like reviews and stuff. So if a motovlogger makes a review video of a product like a bike or a add-on or a aftermarket part or whatever, those videos tend to do very well. Whereas, talking from my experience, videos about electric motorcycles do very poorly because most motorcycle riders watching YouTube videos don't care about electric motorcycles. They don't want to learn about them, they don't want to know about them, they aren't interested in them. And that's part of why I think I've enjoyed motovlogging so much for 3 years, because I've done what I wanted to do regardless of what the algorithm or what YouTube wants me to do. Whereas there are lots of motovloggers who are trying to make money on YouTube that go against what they want to do, but do what gets the most views and the most money for them. And that becomes a job then, that becomes work. When you're doing something you don't want to do, that's pretty much why I stick to making videos I want to make and videos I'm interested in making, because I don't want to burn out on it. I don't want to lose interest. Something else I learned over the past 3 years motovlogging is that when you're making videos regularly, like weekly or even twice a week, whatever, making videos that are easy and repeatable to produce makes a big difference. And motovlogs aren't really like that. Like, for example, I'll give you like a lot of finance YouTubers, YouTube content creators that do finance videos and stuff. They sit in one room or at their house, or in they have a filming room or whatever with lights all set up, and they always are in the same spot with the same background, talking to the camera that's mounted, that's mounted the same way every time, and they just sit in their studio and they film talking points or content, and then it's easy to cut up because there's very easy transitions, and it's quick to put on YouTube because you just post it right up. That sort of thing is easy and repeatable. You can, sit down, make a video in a few minutes and put it on YouTube in a few minutes and you're done. Motovlogs aren't like that. You gotta hop on your bike, ride to where you want to film. Like if I'm doing a road spotlight, for example, I've got to get on the bike and ride to where the road is, put multiple cameras or whatever on the bike, turn them on, sync them up, film, then go home, load all the footage from all the cameras, sync that up again in this editor, cut out dead space, cut out the parts I don't want, edit it the way I want and everything. And since you're riding different places and stuff, it's different every time. So motovlogs aren't the easiest YouTube content to make on a regular basis. There are much easier ways to make a living on YouTube than motovlogging, and much more profitable ways too. That's another thing I learned over the past 3 years. I learned that motovlogging is one of the worst genres on YouTube to get into if you want to make money. And I didn't know that. I didn't know different video styles, different genres of video pay different amounts, like per view. I didn't know that, but it's definitely true. A lot of advertisers want their ads on certain kinds of videos, and they'll pay more for those videos, and they won't pay anything at all for videos they don't want. So motovlogging is one of the lowest paying YouTube content types, I guess you could say. Like, it pays the least per video, per view, compared to other things like finance or gaming or that kind of stuff. I didn't know that going into this. Like I said, I didn't start Moto Mengy to make money. I started it just for the fun of it, as a hobby, and then as I learned I loved it and found it fun, I do it now just for the fun of it. But then I did get monetized at the first year, and I started getting paid by YouTube, and you're logged into the AdSense thing from Google and stuff, and you learn how all that works, and you begin to realize just how the different types of YouTube videos, pay you differently and stuff, and it's interesting. But the bottom line of that is easy and repeatable videos in profitable genres on YouTube are the best ones to make, and motovlogging is neither of those. So I learned that over 3 years. I also learned that the motovlogging community on YouTube is really kind of interesting and fun to engage with, and much larger than I ever realized. Like, since I started motovlogging, I've responded to every comment I've ever gotten on all my videos. Interacting with and talking back and forth with the viewers has been really pretty cool. I didn't expect that when I started Moto Mengy. I didn't even give a moment's thought to the comment section or that kind of thing, or what that would be like, or how it would work. But talking to viewers and getting ideas from viewers and hearing feedback from viewers, it's been a lot of fun in my opinion. And that kind of leads me to the big takeaway about what I've learned after 3 years of motovlogging, is that if you're gonna motovlog, you kind of have to do it because you want to do it, because you like doing it, because you love doing it. That's really the only real reason I would suggest anyone start a motovlogging channel today. Do it because you really want to and because you love doing it. Don't do it for fame or fortune, because you're gonna be disappointed. There sure is a chance you might break out. That happens, but the odds are against you. For every one blockhead, there's 10,000 Moto Mengies, or even, less than me. There are lots of motovloggers that never get monetized, never get the 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. But I would never suggest someone start a motovlogging channel with the expectation they're going to make it rich or make lots of money. Chances are you won't. So that's really the biggest part of motovlogging that I've learned. Do it for the fun of it. Do it for the love of it. And for me, I'm riding to roads, exploring new roads anyway, so I might as well film it and do road spotlights and stuff, because I really enjoy it. Like, it's kind of neat keeping like a live action record of the rides I've gone on. Like, I can go back and look at all the roads I've explored and discovered and watch the video I made of that and be reminded of the road I was on and what it's like. And so even just for me, as you know, motovlogging as a personal history, personal riding history, it's been a pretty cool side benefit of this whole motovlogging thing. And in all honesty, I'd probably keep doing it just for that alone. So yeah, 3 years of motovlogging. It's been fun, it's been a blast, I've loved it. I'm gonna keep doing it. Here's to 3 years, and here's to the next 3 years. Oh, I just made a mess. Gosh darn it. Well, that's all I can think to say. So, thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. Again, if you have any suggestions for my channel, feel free. I like suggestions. I like criticism too. I don't mind getting feedback, even bad feedback on my videos, because, well, any feedback at all is good. If people don't like certain videos, then that's good to know, you know? I don't mind it. I got a thick skin, I can take it. On that note though, thanks for watching. Happy anniversary to Moto Mengy. Take care, ride safe, and see you next time. Alright, now I got to turn the cameras off. It's hard to do with the one down on the side, the saddlebag. Let's get down this road. Woo! We'll stop here. Okay. Camera's off.